The U.S. military struck 3 sites in Iran early Sunday, inserting itself into Israel's effort to removing Iran's nuclear program. This report has more details.
After prevaricating about whether the United States would enter Israel's war in Iran, President Donald Trump finally made a decision. Early Sunday, U.S. warplanes and submarines struck 3 of Iran's nuclear sites at Natanz, Isfahan and Fordo, where the Iranians were assumed to have a uranium enrichment plant buried about 80 meters beneath a mountain.
A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime: Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan. Everybody heard those names for years as they built this horribly destructive enterprise. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said all American precision munitions struck their targets and had the desired effect in targeting the nuclear sites.
This is not the previous administration. The President Trump said no nukes. He seeks peace, and Iran should take that path. He sent out a truth last night saying this: any retaliation by Iran against the United States of America will be met with force far greater than what was witnessed tonight. Signed, the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. Iran would be smart to heed those words.
Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Dan Kane, said Washington had used decoy planes to surprise Tehran and that U.S. strikes on Iran's key nuclear facilities inflicted extremely severe damage and destruction.
Once over land, the B-2s linked up with escort and support aircraft in a complex, tightly timed maneuver requiring exact synchronization across multiple platforms in a narrow piece of airspace, all done with minimal communications. This type of integration is exactly what our joint force does better than anyone else in the world. At approximately 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time last night, and just prior to the strike package entering Iran, a U.S. submarine in the Central Command Area of Responsibility launched more than 24 Tomahawk land attack cruise missiles against key surface infrastructure targets at Isfahan.
Houthis, the Iranian army in Yemen, vowed earlier to hit U.S. ships in the Red Sea should Washington launch strikes on Iran. The strikes deepen the conflict in the Middle East, which had been in turmoil since Hamas' attack on Israel in 2023 and the subsequent relentless Israeli aggression on Gaza for more than 2 years.